I just wanted to tell you a little bit more about myself, okay, and what is like this like a partnership that we have done with Kraftora for today for the tutorial, and what are we gonna be doing, okay? So basically, I am Marina. I'm a professional illustrator. I also was a teacher, and I've been teaching art in a school in London. But at the moment, I am in Seville. So you can tell like all these tiles and everything look very Andalusian. But yeah, I've been drawing my whole life, but just like as a hobby. But it was like this with COVID and the pandemic, having a lot of free time is when I decided that I wanted to just do a little bit like spending more time doing this, and things have worked out quite well, and here I am giving to you a tutorial about how to use Procreate, okay? Also, I came across with Kraftora and her amazing digital platform online, like in Instagram, and we just decided to do this together. She proposed me to do a tutorial for you guys that you are very, that you love like planning and digital planning, and she thought that would be a great idea to teach you how to do some stickers. So that's why we are here. So let me share my iPad, and then we can start with the tutorial, okay? Un momento, just give me 1 second, and I can show you what we're gonna be doing because it's actually very exciting. Definitely. Oh, I didn't say that. Kraftora has mentioned in Discord and also in her Instagram, but for everybody, if you want to know, okay, today, because it's like a special occasion and it's slightly different and we're gonna follow a tutorial, I wanted to give you some freebies, some brushes that we are gonna be using. So you have 2 ways to download them. First of all, you can go to Kraftora Discord channel, okay, and you can go to the freebies section over there, or the other option, it is to go to my website, okay, and then you can, when you click the mix pattern brushes, you can just like tag the code Kraftora and you will get it for free, okay? Okay, so let me show you for the tutorial. I think I have the iPad here. There we go. All right, so everybody, first of all, let me show you what are we gonna be doing today first, okay? I have created this morning all these different like stickers or ideas for planning. I'm gonna show you how to make them for Procreate. Obviously, just for the stickers, I will have to remove the background, but I will show you how to do that straight away from the beginning. Also, while we are doing that, I will show you some tips to just like master some of the details, to make them more neat, and just like to optimize as well the way that you do it, like everything kind of like looks symmetrical and these things. They're very nice. Oh, thank you, Sophia. Excellent. If you go like to the brushes, you can see here, let me show you the mix pattern brushes. These ones, they are the ones that you can download for free, okay? So go and get them because we're gonna be using them as well to decorate our different stickers. First of all, everybody, the way that when I do, I don't do that much stickers, okay? But if I want to do any illustrations and I want to print it, the canvas that I use, that I think is pretty important because sometimes when I am printing something, it just the quality, it doesn't get that good. So what I do is when I create the canvas, that's the first thing that I pay attention. So I'm gonna create the canvas and I'm gonna go to here to the symbol at the top, the plus symbol. Thank you much for those presents. Amazing. Oh, thank you, present. Yeah, it's like a present for all of you as well for being so kind and joining every week here to stream. So you deserve it, definitely. So everybody, we go here to the symbol, and that's gonna tell us all the different features to create a canvas, okay? The way that I do it is because normally when I create an illustrations, it's always thought to post it in Instagram, okay? So the pixels, normally I go like around 2000, kind of like maybe 7. If you use like inches instead, it would be like 7.5 inches. Oh, thank you for following, Sofia Gaviramon. Muchas gracias. Oh, thank you, everybody. You're so kind. But anyway, I do around 2000 pixels, okay? And I do square, like the width and the height, they are the same. But what is most important for me, it is the DPI, okay? the DPI, it's gonna allow you, when you have like a print, when you resize it, like maybe unprinted that is gonna be bigger or smaller, it's gonna help you to not lose that much quality, okay? So that's very important. So I'm gonna create the canvas, okay? That is this one. What I'm gonna do, because I have the stickers that I've done in the other one, I'm gonna go to my other one, but you can do that. And now look, I'm gonna just like save this one here. And I'm gonna put the background because we're gonna be drawing with background. And something like for stickers, what DPI is recommended? Always have like 120, but also you have 300. Oh, it's what I just said. Like maybe because there is some delay in the stream, I can just read now. But basically, the DPI, it helps you with the resolution. Okay, it helps you when you then print your illustration or your stickers, that they keep it and it doesn't look pixelated of that blurry, okay? That's what it does. Oh, perfect. All right, so now what we are gonna do, it is, when I go to the action menu and I go to canvas and drawing guide, I feel that with the stickers of that sort, like for planning, it is very important, because when I go to edit guide, what I'm gonna do, it is to create a grid, okay? You can modify like the thickness and also the grid size and everything that you want. I'm gonna reset this so it's in the middle, and I'm not sure if you can tell, but I'm just gonna make a little grid. So when I create my planning stickers, they are all like straight, and also when you make stickers normally and you want to print them, you want to take advantage the more of the paper. So it's gonna help you as well to stickers to be kind of like in line with all the other elements. So I think that is very important, okay? But what I use a lot as well, they are like a guide, right? Exactly, it is a guide. It is a grid as a guide. Like normally it's not part of the illustration. It's just there to help you to draw, okay? It is like, for example, you see here, I have all the grid. So then when I draw, let me put like just like a normal brush. When I draw, it just helps me to stay kind of like in the lines, okay? But then I can just, if you go always to actions and you unselect it, it disappears and appears. So if it is like at some points you just want to see how it will look like without the grid, just unselect it, okay? So now what we are going to do as well, it is something that I like. It is when you click here, okay, in the layer that you have, you can click in drawing assisted. You're gonna know that it's activated because the assisted, it is like here at the bottom it says. We know that when we have like the symmetrical line, you can create the assisted, it's draw in both ways. But when you have a grid and you use assisted, what it's gonna make, it's all your lines straight, okay? So for example here, I have my grid and now I'm gonna draw. And can you see that my lines, they are all straight. You cannot see my hand, but obviously it would be impossible to create that quick like lines all the time. You can have a try, because when you are making some things that like these stickers, that most of them they are like they have like square or rectangle shapes, it is very useful because it saves so much time, okay? And especially if you are like me, that honestly I can draw a lot of things, but I cannot make straight lines. It's very helpful, okay? So I'm gonna select this just to make kind of like the sticker that I want. I'm gonna just show you how I make one. We're gonna make one first and then we'll show you how to do the other ones, but let's go with one. First, I'm gonna just literally do like a rectangle in that way, okay? And then when you have your rectangle, just fill it up. I'm using like the brush that I'm using now, this is the 6B pencil, but honestly, I think I'm gonna instead like in fact change. Oh, thank you for following. TextGirl71, how are you? But I'm gonna change to the Studio Pen. I'll tell you why, because normally the edges, they're more sharp. I'm so used to use the 6B pencil and I didn't realize. Oh, thank you for following, Digital Creation Sam. So I have here my square. I'm gonna make it indeed again because for the sticker that I'm looking for, I want sharp edges, so I'm just gonna redo it. Why not? Oh gosh, pressing too hard the screen. I'm good, just arrived home from able to join. Yeah, thank you in advance for this tutorial. Oh, thank you so much for joining. We just started. We are just like create a grid, okay, like for making the stickers, and also we select assisted drawing. That is gonna allow us to draw following the lines. When I do my sticker square, I'm gonna just unselect like drawing assist, all right? And now that's your decision, okay? I'm using the Studio Pen like for now, but that's your decision. I like to make the borders a little bit rounded, okay? So I'm just gonna go zooming. I'm just literally just making them a little bit round. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just a tiny bit. And I have my rectangle with rounded edges. Now, you can obviously like create any style that you want, but I'm gonna follow the one that I have shown you before. That basically, if you see, it has like the to-do list with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I'm gonna do now, it is, look, I'm gonna create just like a slightly color, and on top of this, okay, of the same layer, I'm gonna select alpha lock. So now I'm just painting on top, and I'm gonna just make a wiggly line to write the to do things on top, okay? I'm just painting here on top. Now, for making the circles, okay, and to making the lines next to, I'm gonna go to brushes, and I'm gonna go to the airbrushings, okay? And I'm gonna go to hard brush. I quite like this brush because it's very simple and very round, very sharp edges, and I think it's perfect for this. And look, I'm gonna start at the bottom, okay, of the grid, and I'm gonna make just one circle like that. And now look, with the hard brush, it's create just a perfect line with rounded edges. I don't have to do nothing, just this, okay? I have made it in the same layer, but you shouldn't do in the same layer. It's like forgotten to create a new one, but in a new layer, do exactly the same, starting at the bottom, the circle, and then just do the line, okay? This one, it wasn't perfect, so I'm gonna do it again. And look, now I'm gonna just duplicate it in another layer, and now just move it on top. Make sure that in the snapping, you have magnet this and swap in selecting, because then you can see the blue lines. It's gonna help me to stay in line with the one that I did at the bottom, okay? So I'm gonna just move it. I'm not sure how many I'm gonna have space to do, but one. I'm gonna follow the grid as well, so I know that all the different slides, they have the same separation in between. So I'm looking for one square in mind, but just any that works in your grid. That's why I feel like grids here, they are super important. I'm gonna just keep duplicating until I just arrive to the top. Might have space for one more. Yeah. What I'm gonna do here, because obviously the top is just very close, I'm gonna just make it a little bit smaller. In our cute sticker. Now, what I'm gonna do is just add the lettering, okay? You can just merge all these layers together, like the different lines, so it's easier. But now for the lettering, if you're very good at lettering, that I know so many of you are, just write it like by hand. I'm not that good at lettering, so I'm gonna just add some text. So I'm gonna go just to actions, and I'm gonna go add. I'm gonna click add text, and I'm gonna write to-do list. Write to do. I'm gonna make sure that I select a color that we can see, and also I'm gonna put capital letters. thank you so much for following. Vania Fonseca, how are you? Okay, so I have my to-do list. If you want, with the text, when you go to edit text, okay, you can just change the fonts that you have, the size and everything. The font that I'm using, it is, which one it is? Does it say? I'm not sure, but anyway, I think, oh yeah, I'm using Yield Sans and Bold, okay? That's the one that I'm using. Yield Sans, Bold, in case you want it, but any font or by hand. Now I'm gonna just make sure that it is in the middle. And now look, I'm gonna just duplicate the layer. I'm gonna click there, edit text, and I'm gonna write number 1. And now when I have typed number 1, I'm just gonna move it to the first circle. And the same, duplicate with the number, add the second one, edit the number, and number 2. I like this, do all of them, okay? How are you getting on, everybody? This is really looking amazing. Oh, thank you. Oh, that born 18. Thank you for following. How are you? We're making some stickers for Procreate. Okay, I think we have one more. Okay. And edit text. Honestly, the magnetics, it is absolutely amazing in Procreate. Like when you move, like having the magnetics, it has saved my life. I'm not sure if you use Procreate before Procreate 5X, like the old version, but it didn't have it, and it was horrible when you have to move everything around. But now with the magnetic, it's just like so smooth. I'm obsessed with the organization. This is going to be very helpful. Oh, thank you. I'm falling a little behind, but already impressed with all the techniques and action using Procreate. Thank you. Magnetic or snapping? Both of them. I use both all the time. But yeah, that's true. Magnetic and snapping as well. And snapping is like what it drags you to the exactly same point. That's true. So we have the first one here. Now what we can do, and what I like, obviously, we have honestly like so many layers. So I'm gonna mesh the numbers together. So I just here, the to-do list, I might mention as well with the numbers because it's kind of the same, like color. And normally the layers that I create with the stickers or with that sort of like designs, I measure them by colors. So when I change them, I can change them all together, the colors. Oh, super cute, thank you. So now, we're gonna decorate and add in maybe like a pattern brush or something just for the background. So for example here, I'm gonna make sure that it is alpha lock, okay? If you want, for example, something that I did wrong is like I did the same colors in the same layer. So I'm gonna just get rid of the top and I will do it later. And I'm gonna go to my mixed pattern brushes that if there is anyone here in the stream, you know that if you go to my website, you can get them for free in the shop. Just type Kraftora in the promo code to get it for free, or go to the Kraftora Discord server. She's telling you there exactly how to get them. All right. So just getting my mixed pattern brush. I think I'm gonna get the dots this time. And just get like a little bit of detail. And now, just in a different layer, I'm gonna just make the top. I'm gonna keep working with the airbrush. If you create a new layer for the other design on the top, if I want to stay on top of the button and it doesn't merge around, I just make sure that this layer is in clipping max mode, okay? You will see that it has an arrow. That's tell you that it's copying all the different features for the layer up below, okay? Then I got this. And just, oopsie. I'm gonna just color that. Should I drop the Kraftora Discord invite link here for the convenience of others? That would be actually very helpful as well. If you know, if you type the command Kraftora with the exclamation mark Kraftora, you also can get the link. But if you can type it, that would be very helpful. Thank you. Oh, thank you, everybody. Okay, Excellent. So that's it. Now, that's why I asked it first, sorry. Oh, that's okay. It's like before, like we had like a there is like a bot for sharing links, but today I'm allowing to sharing this link for this reason too. Just make it easier for people to download them and to follow. Also, everybody, no problem at all. Thanks for posting the link. All right, so the last thing that you could do if you wanted. Normally, I do this at the end with all the stickers, okay, when I have all together to create all of them the same. But I'm going to show you first. If you want to create a shadow, okay, the way that I do it is just like duplicate like the bottom of the main part. Make sure that it's in alpha lock, all right, and just change the color to any color that you want for the shadow. For example, if you see here, mine is going to be gray. You cannot see it, but let me see. There we go. It is gray. So now I'm just moving slightly to the bottom and maybe right, and I'm gonna just lower the opacity, okay? Oh, thank you for subscribing, LT Parras. So everybody, the shadows, I'm creating it now, but what I'm saying it is when you have a lot of stickers, okay, that we're gonna practice creating a few more now. For example, let me show you what I did all together. When you have this, and it is a sale of stickers that you imagine that you want to sell them in the future, and you want all of them to be the same. What I recommend, it is the shadows, to do them all at the same time. So then all of them, they're gonna have exactly the same shadow. If, for example, you do one, and then you do another one, each one is gonna have like a shadow maybe bigger or smaller, and if you want to make all of them together and all of them the same, that is probably the easiest way to do, okay? So I'm gonna just share, like hide this again, and I have these stickers. I'm gonna delete the shadow because I'm gonna add it at the end. And also something that I realized that I did in the other, it is just adding some details here next to the to-do list. So I'm gonna just add some lines. Feel free to add them as well if you want. And there we go. And that's it for the sticker. Let's do it with another one. So, if you want to create another stickers, today you are announcing who won the giveaway from the Apple Pencil, right? I did. It was like we did it at the beginning of the stream, Sophia. And if you go, I'm not sure if you follow Kraftora Discord server, but she have posted exactly the person that it is. But if not, I'll tell you here. It was Polly, like the hamster, okay? She has been the winner. Anyway, let's create the second sticker, okay? Perfect. So for the second sticker, I'm gonna do something very similar, okay? Polly the hamster was the winner, exactly. Okay, for the second sticker, what I like to do, it is like put all the stickers in a group, okay? Just change the name so I don't get lost with a lot of like layers, okay? And I'm gonna just put here like a to-do list, okay? And look, the bottom, I'm gonna duplicate it and I'm gonna take it out from this layer, okay? I like to be organized with these kind of things because then if you're gonna create loads of stickers, it is just much easier. So I'm gonna duplicate the layer and then maybe I'm gonna just move it on the side. Oh, thank you for following, my brothers. Oh, you have raised like a few viewers. Thank you, that's very kind. Hello, everybody. So let me tell you, for the new viewers, let me tell you what are we doing, okay? Basically today we are creating some stickers in Procreate, okay? Hello, Slovmanda92, how are you? We're making some stickers in Procreate, okay? For just like planning or studying or for printing, for selling if you want in the future, or just for just like learning and have fun with us, okay? Also, I'm today with Kraftora, that is like a digital platform. You can know a lot more about this if you type the command !Kraftora, and it will like, tell you more for her website and everything that she sells there. Hello my brothers. Hello Sparks 108. I'm just telling you like what are we doing. We're making stickers in Procreate. Also, because today is a slightly special day, okay, and we are making this tutorial all of us. I am using some pattern brushes that you are more than welcome to. Oh, I was text girl before, don't worry. Okay, great. Thank you for letting me know. So if you want to know to download some of the brushes that we're using, they are free. You just have to go to my shop, okay, and look for the mixed pattern brushes. I'm sure Habs92 is gonna paste here the link again if you need to, and just like type Kraftora when you are getting them to get them for free, or as well in the Kraftora Discord server you can get them there. Anyway, everybody, I just create for the second sticker. I duplicate the background. I'm gonna change the color, okay. Maybe I'm gonna make it yellow. All right, I'm gonna just there we go. I'm gonna just make it yellow, and let's create another sticker. I think this one, the way that I'm gonna do is gonna be slightly longer because I want to make the sticker for the planning for the week with all the days of the week. Your brushes are always gonna say, oh, thank you. So I'm gonna just like unclick Alpha Lock, and when I select the shape, I'm gonna go to freeform, and I'm just gonna make it slightly longer. It might be possible that we have to change it later to make it longer, but that's okay. I'm gonna follow exactly the same concept that we did before, okay? I'm gonna just like put the title and then put the different like lines for the different days of the week. All right, so I am gonna start with the days for the week. You know something? I cannot remember exactly what did I do before exactly to the same, but it doesn't really matter. So just with the hard brush again, that is perfect for this. I'm gonna just create the days. So for example, I'm gonna start in a new layer, okay? And look, I'm gonna create a small line like that, because then on top I'm gonna write like Monday or Tuesday, and I'm gonna duplicate. And just put it at the bottom. I'm gonna leave one square in between, then another one, 3. To speed it up, just merge them all and do them again. So we have 6, one more, and I will just delete the one that we don't need. Loving this tutorial, Marina Parras. Oh, thank you, Phil. How are you today? What are the brushes being used again for the color blocks? I'm using, if you go to the brushes, a brush is come with Procreate, this one, the hard airbrush, okay? Okay, so now I have all the different lines. I'm gonna start writing the days of the week, okay? I think I'm gonna get yellow again. And for writing, I quite like the studio pen. It says studio pen Marina, but not because it's like nothing to do with me. It's just a normal studio pen. It's just in my folder with all the brushes, the other. Oh, thank you. And look, now I'm just gonna write the names. I'm probably gonna use the same layer, just the names of the days of the week. Because I don't have space for so much, I'm gonna just write like Moan. And then with every day. You know something? I'm not liking actually how it's looking with the studio pen, so I'm gonna go back to the airbrush so it looks more neat. I mean, that's what it happened. Like sometimes when you are like drawing, it's just like it cannot be perfect all at the same time. It's just like you just improvise and see what it works, what it doesn't work. I'm realizing that life can be much easier digital now by taking advantage of all the tools within Procreate. I completely agree, like Hams. It is just I used to draw like by hand, and it's just like so much difference. And it's just so now every time that I draw with her, like with watercolors and everything, I realize how hard it is and automatically my brain thinks that I'm drawing in Procreate, and I try to make straight lines just with the paintbrush or with my fingers, try to go back. It's just amazing. As a beginner to Procreate, I'm really impressed. I find this useful. Oh, thank you. Okay, 2 more, going for Friday. By the way, I'm doing this by hand, as you can tell, so there's no perfect, but they're okay. I like also as well like the look of a little bit like handwritten, so that's why I'm going here for that. Although the same thing happened to me before, totally till they're taking notes. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're liking them. Okay, so I have here all the different like days, okay? And now we're gonna go for the top, okay? Let me have some water. Okay, so I'm thinking what I'm gonna do for the top. If I can remember, let me see. Oh my goodness, it's completely different what I designed it before than this one actually. All right, well, never mind. And so for the top, let me go then, and I'm gonna add the same one of these like banners at the top with the hard brush, okay? I probably should have done this before to get the same maybe width, or no width, but like to make as thick as before, but it doesn't matter. I think it's gonna be cute anyway. And just doing this, make sure that I hold to make it straight. And with the same font that I use for the to-do, I'm gonna write my week or my week plan or anything that you want there, okay? Do you have a particular way of choosing your colors? So the way that I have it is, like you can see here, this one is the color palette that I always use, like all the time. Since I started Instagram a little bit to take a little more seriously, I create this color palette that it was like some colors that I love, and also they allow me to draw all the things that I usually do. What I recommend when you are looking for a color palette, that is what I did before, it is just go to Pinterest and select like color palettes. Like there are like hundreds, like thousands of color palettes, honestly. And just start to experimenting until you find a color palette that you actually feel comfortable using and you like the colors. Now Procreate, it is amazing because I'm not sure if you have seen that Procreate, when you go to palettes, okay, and you go to the plus symbol, you can create a color palette just for a photo. So if you see like a photo that you like the colors that it has, or you have like you find like a color palette in Pinterest that you like, you can export it straight away, which is absolutely amazing. If not, you can just like pick it, like pinch it with your finger when you press here in the square on the left, and just find the color. You see, you can just create your color palette with those. And then when I have my color palettes, the way that I choose it here, it is I don't know, I just like because like I know that these colors in my palette, and normally they goes well together. I just like experimenting until they look the way that I want. They drop it to exactly. Okay, so now I'm gonna make just add text. I'm gonna write my week. And I'm gonna change the colors. I put as well the same, this yellowy color before here. And just make sure that it is in the middle. Find a Pinterest pin you like and drag it to Procreate. It will build palette automatically. Exactly. That's what I used to do before. Now I always use the same color palette all the time. If you follow me on Instagram, that's one of the you will see that all my posts, they follow like these yellows or pinks. I love pink all the time. I love pink, I love yellow, so both of them, they have to be in my color palette. All right, so I have my week. Now what I'm gonna do, that is the last thing, okay, here. What happened? Oh gosh, I know what I've done. I just paint here accidentally. So now what I'm gonna do, look, I'm gonna create another layer, and I'm gonna click in drawing assist, because now what I want to do, I want to create some lines to draw here the lines where you can write when you print your sticker. So now that I have the drawing assist, it's very easy to create the straight lines. And look, I'm gonna create all of them, but I'm not gonna really pay attention like where do they end. I'll show you why. Just making this, oopsie. The only thing that I'm making sure first, it's just like in one go, and also that it is in the middle of, you see, like each of my days, they have like 2 squares. So I'm just making sure that it's in the middle. And then I'm gonna keep going with all of them. But now, to make sure that they're all finishing the same, because it's a different layer, I'm just gonna go to the rubber and I'm gonna rub it out all the endings. Make sure that it's a straight line, press your finger at the beginning as well, and there we go. And that's it. Now I'm gonna just go, same as before, alpha lock, gonna create one of the pattern brushes, okay? And just giving it some detail. Let me see, pattern brush, which one should I go for? I think before I had the spikes. So, oh, it's not this one, it's this one. For the spikes, so I'm gonna go for this one as well. Can you explain one more time, please? Yes. So, do you mean, Roxy Love, do you mean the lines for in between the different days of the week? So, the way that I did them, okay, let me just rub them out. I created a new layer, and now just pick up the color that I want, pick up the brush that I want, and look, it is important that the layer, it has drawing assist, okay? Because remember, we're working in the grid, and when you click drawing assist, it always follow the grid that you select. If you have the symmetrical, it shows in both the same, but if it is a grid, it just helps you to create lines according to the grid, you see? So now that I have like drawing assist, I'm gonna go to Monday, and you see that Monday, you have like 2 squares. So now I'm gonna get the one in the middle, and I'm gonna create a line. And then the same for all of them. Tuesday, Wednesday, okay? And now, I'm gonna just take the rubber and look to make sure that you see that my endings, they don't end up in the same way. Just taking the rubber and rub the endings, rubbing the beginners of the lines, and that's it. We have 2 stickers now. How are you getting on, everybody? Oh, thank you. I'm just having a look as well to all the people in Discord and see how they're getting over there. I see there are a lot of comments as well there. I would love to have like a double screen so I can see the comments as well as here. So people in Discord, if you have like a questions, like please drag it here as well, because it is hard for me to see both at the same time. I have to go out of like a Twitch and go to Discord to see them. Okay, so if it is like something that you would like to tell me, like please go here, and I would like be more than happy to help you as well. Okay. Okay. I wish mine look as neat as yours. Oh, are you trying to feel as well in the iPad notes? Oh. Yeah, you make sense. So easy. This is very button here. No question for now. Okay, excellent. So let's go to the next one, okay? So, same as before. I'm gonna make sure that all of them, they are in the same like group the layers, change the name. I'm gonna call it my week. Actually, me to feel. Exactly, practice made the master. Very good, very good. All right, so I have the two. You know something? Because I don't think I'm gonna have that much space at the bottom. I'm gonna drag them a little bit at the top, okay? And look, I just realized that this one, it is not at the same height as the other one. So I'm gonna drag a little bit more so they're in line at the top. And now the same, I'm gonna create now, let's create, what shall we do? Should we do some of the markers as well that I did before? Like here, let me show you some of these ones. If you want the same strategy, let me show you this. We're gonna make some markers, but you see, this sticker about notes, it is exactly the same. I literally just copy the to-do list one, copy and paste it, drag it at the bottom, and just make a square inside, and then I make the lines. It is exactly the same. They're like very simple. You can copy and paste it all the times that you want. And if you use the text tool, okay, like me, all you have to do is just like change the text and just use a different sticker with something else, okay? You can change the color palette, you can change the pattern brush, and it's a completely different one, okay? Also here, I use slightly different colors. I use like yellows and pinkies. So it's just like all about what do you prefer, okay? Let's do some of these markers over here, okay? This like square, they're very simple. And also if you do like planning as well in the, if you want like to stickers, to use it in your journal or something, they're very helpful. So let's go for that. So now I have here the one that I was doing before, and I'm gonna create a new layer, and let's do this, okay? I'm gonna create it here at the bottom, that is where I have more space. Same as before, I'm gonna go drawing assist as always, so I can create the perfect square. And let's do this. I'm gonna go for pink as well this time. Just making the square. I'm gonna go for the airbrush again. I think the airbrush for this, it is absolutely perfect because it is a brush that doesn't change with the pressure, okay? It's always stay the same, and it's very helpful. Okay, I have my square. I'm gonna just fill it up. And look, now all you have to do, it is to delete the corners, okay? So make sure that when you deleted it, you don't have assisted drawing anymore. And just let's do this. If you want, you can make the corners a little bit rounded if you want to. If you like it just straight, that's preference. Same now, just create a square if you want in the middle. Make sure that for the square, I'm gonna create as well assisted drawing. I'm doing this quickly, okay? And I'm not paying that much attention exactly how much there is of each size, but that's why the grid is for. So for example, I'm gonna make sure that now you know that you can move the grid. So I'm gonna go to Canvas, I'm gonna go to Edit Drawing Guide, and if you zoom in, this blue point, you can move it everywhere you want. So for example, I'm gonna make it here. So now I'm gonna check exactly that everything in my sticker or this like marker, it is in line. So now look, I'm gonna go to the white one, and I'm gonna make sure that it is one square for every side the same, okay? Same here, just rubbing it out so you get perfect. Oopsie. A little more, there we go. And now the pink, the same. I'm gonna just rub it at the bottom a bit so it is just in line. Also here, if you see the top of the arrow, it is just not really in line. So I'm gonna just make sure that it is exactly in the center. When you have now your sticker or your marker, you can just literally group it, duplicate it, and just make as many as you want, okay? Change the colors. What type of iPad are you using? I'm using an iPad Pro, and it is 10.5 inches. Oh wow, you know it hums like even better than me, quicker. But yeah, that's it. You can make as many markers. You can put like any lettering if you want them in them. It's quite easy to make them. Also, the last elements that I did as well with my set of all the stickers, okay, it is this semicircle as well. So let's make one. It's also very easy. If you want to make those semicircles, also here, let me change the color. I'm gonna just make it because I'm using yellows and pinks. I'm gonna just use some pink for this one. And I'm gonna change the inside as well. Oopsie. Indeed, but it's nice talker, it's it. This measures. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so I have like those here. Let me create the other one, okay? I'm gonna just make a circle. No, sorry, not a circle. I don't know why I said that. We're gonna create a new layer. This one as well here, the two of those. We're gonna group them, rename them, and I'm gonna put them markers, are they called? They're not markers. Markers, they're like the felt tips, I think, as well. But anyway, markers. In the new one, let's create those circles as well, like to say maybe what is important or what it is like for today. It's done, okay? So I'm just gonna make a line, make sure that it's straight. Look, in Procreate, if you do any like circle or any shape and you just press it, it's make it perfect. And if then you press your finger, it's make it like regular, okay? So I'm gonna do that now. There we go. Look, what I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger, okay? That I want. Because now I'm just gonna complete the endings. I'm gonna rub it out the top so it looks perfect at the top as well. And I quite like this one when they are a little bit flat on the sides. So I'm just like very slightly just delete it here on the side, and also I'm gonna make it less round. So just very slightly just making this, okay? If you have the shape that you like, you can keep working on this. I'm doing this quickly, obviously here for the stream, but just make the shape that you like the most. And then just the same, alpha lock. You can, if you want, add any pattern brush if you would like to. I'm gonna, for this one, use, you know something? Because here, for this brush, for this sticker over here to do, I use the dots. I'm gonna create the same color at the background, that is a little bit darker, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna create the same pattern. And then I'm gonna go for the top dots. And just gonna put them on top. That is a little bit smaller. Oh, thank you. It's actually the back. Do you mean the background like with the in Twitch, or actually the background in my house, like the tiles? Because I remember once, like someone told me that they love like the background, and I kept saying like, oh, this one, like the leaves are here in the Twitch, they are like actually it's a pattern brush, and I kept telling, and then I realized that they mean like the tiles in my house. I know the flowers are part of the brushes. Yeah, they're actually exactly, they are like part of the my floral pattern brushes. They're actually some of my favorite, this like brush. Oh, thank you. And this one actually, this my grandma, like she used to own like the house that I am right now, the room, and she passed away like a lot of years, and now the house has been remodeled, and we have those tiles here that I used to absolutely hate, because when I was growing up they were very old-fashioned and they were very ugly, but now they are a little bit trendy as well, and I absolutely love them. So I use them as a background Twitch, and also it's kind of like the office area. But yeah, we have the circle. Now look, I'm gonna just add the, oh, not photo. I'm gonna add a text. And just I'm gonna put maybe urgent, okay? I like capital letters. So this, the good thing about Procreate as well, okay? It is when you add text, it is oh, I spell it wrong. Spell it wrong, very, very typical of me. When you use like a text, it also gives you the same font all the time, which is absolutely amazing and is very, very helpful because sometimes you just don't want to keep like changing font, you want to keep the same. So there we go, I have urgent. Then if you want to add any, just make sure that you group them, duplicate it, move them to the side, and you have the same. Just change the colors and everything. I'm gonna make one that it is in the same style as the other. Mix patterns and just this. Oopsie, they're smaller. And I'm gonna just edit the text, and I'm gonna put like maybe tongue. And I'm gonna create the same color as I used for the yellow sticker here. There we go. I mean, you can do this like in the style that you want. Even here, for example, I say, oh, actually it looks a little bit plain. What I'm gonna do is just maybe you can add the same as before, like the circles around them to make them like nicer. So with the airbrush again, you can just make one like this. Same from urgent. I'm gonna go for the urgent one. And just this. Yeah, also like obviously here I'm not paying that much attention that everything's in line in the middle, but the same with the grid, it is very, very helpful and very easy to check that everything's in line. So depending how picky you are, you can like get it to the stream or like get it like very perfectionist, or you can just if it is just for you, you can just make it a little bit more rough like that. So look, we have here like some set of stickers. Hello Quarantine Marsh, how are you? We're doing some stickers today for Procreate. Okay, everybody. So we have the set of stickers nearly done, okay? I'm gonna go to the one that I did before, okay, to show you a few things to explain to you, okay? And some ideas. This one, they're just like very basic ones. I'm gonna also like take off the grid so you can see more. So this one, they're just some ideas. Also, oh, I didn't do the washi tapes. I might do it like just now. But honestly, the options that you can do with this, they're like endless. You could do so many different like ideas. Like for example, like instead of my wig, you can say like for example your mouth, like your habits or anything. It's very simple and it's always very similar instruction to all of this, okay? Also something that I like, it is to keep in harmony with the same color. So use the same color palette for all the stickers. And for that, it is what we were talking about before. If you select your color palette or you create the color palette that you want, you can keep like using the same colors all the time. So it kind of like it gets all in harmony, and it just it's not that it makes sense, but it's just like I know how to explain in Spanish because I have the word, but I don't have the word in English. But basically, everything, it just is follow the same theme, okay? And I quite like that. So for example, they match. Probably that's the right word. Thank you, Sophia. After the stream, I'm going to create a weekly exercise one to get me out of the house. That's actually a great idea. You can select, for example, exercise, and then here Monday, Tuesday with the week, and see what you do every week. That's actually excellent. Oh, you took Spanish as well. Oh, great. Where are you from, Sophia? So yeah, just make sure like if you like it, also you can use any colors, but the way that I like it, it is to keep kind of like the same pattern. So for example, if you see here in the to-do list, I use the same pink and then with the dots. And then for the markers as well at the bottom, I use the same from here with the spikes on the one for notes. So it's just like they match all together, and they're nice as well. Oh, Venezuela, wow, nice. But yeah, that is it. Like, let me show you how I did the washi tapes, okay? And then I can show you how to export them, and also how to create this white background around very, very quickly, okay? I'm from Spain, Sofia. I'm from Seville. Do you know, in the south of Spain? But I was living in London for a while, but now I'm back in Spain because of the pandemic and everything. And I can work remotely. I decided to stay in Spain for a while. That is my hometown. How do you choose your color palettes? Do you choose them yourself? So that's what we were saying before. My color palette, exactly the one that I've chosen, is obviously like experimenting through a lot of times until I could find like some colors that allow me to draw everything that I want, but keeping the same like tones all the time. What I did initially, it is like, as we have been saying before, in Pinterest, I was researching for color palettes, and then I've been using a few of them like all the time, but some of them maybe I just didn't like them, or maybe they didn't look good in Instagram, or maybe I couldn't use them for any sort of illustrations. But then after some time, I've been changing the color palette until I create this, okay? If you want, and you want to use the same color palette as me, you can make us just a screenshot of the screen, and you can just like color pick the colors that I have, and no problem at all. Okay, so let's create the washi tape now, everybody. So let me hide this again. Let's go to the one that we were making. For the washi tapes, honestly, it's very, very simple because I don't have that much space here. You know what I'm going to do? The urgent unknown, I'm gonna, if I have space, no, I don't have space. You know something? Because I'm gonna these ones over here, just gonna hide them. I'm gonna make sure that I have the drawing guide. Let's go and make some washi tapes over there. Very simple, same concept as before. Make sure that you have drawing assist so we can create a perfect square, okay? Or the rectangle. Yes, let's make it. When you have it, just make sure that you select drawing assisted, and look, the endings, they're just like literally wiggly lines. So just rub them out. I'm surprised at how much drawing guides is used. It is something you also use in your illustrations all the time. I used to use drawing guides and symmetry, and it is I found it so much easier. It just helps you that so much, especially like if I am drawing something that is not like this, that it has to be like that straight, I would probably just like select the vertical line or the horizontal line, depending on what sort of illustration, and then it just like helped me to get compensated my illustration. It is so helpful, especially I need it. I'm not the kind of person that can draw straight or can, like, you know, when you're putting a wall or like a picture on the wall, I cannot see that it is straight. I need to actually measure. So the lines, they help me all the time. I have to leave the stream now, Marina Parras. Thank you so much for the tutorial. It was so useful. See you next Sunday. Oh, thank you, Phil. I'll see you next Sunday. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so let's go to the other side. Same, wiggly lines, and then just like do alpha lock. Okay, and select the pattern that you want. Okay, for example, if you want to keep in the same kind of like style, let's change the color to the same as above, and let's take the mixed pattern brush, maybe the circles, and there we go. We have it here. For the other one, let's do exactly the same. Duplicate it, let's put it underneath, and just change the color, okay? Oopsie. I also love the air brushing, okay? I haven't used that many people using them in tutorials, but I found it's one of the Procreate brushes that I use the most, especially. They're so big, so when you want to feel like big areas, they're so helpful. Okay, so we go with mixed patterns. And let's go to the spikes. Let's do this. And there we have two washi tapes. How are you getting on, everybody? Let me know how I'm gonna go in Discord, like how is people doing as well over there. Sorry for people in Discord that I cannot read all the comments. It's very hard to keep swapping. But let me go there now and see how are you getting on. Everything is good. Okay. We immigrated here. I'm loving it. Oh, excellent. Good. It's very helpful like that. All right. So last steps for the stickers. Okay. I'm going to show you, like, if you want to keep developing those stickers, like, please do. It's very different to the normal challenge, but a nice challenge. Oh, thank you. We have time actually to do one challenge here at the end. So I will show you to everybody what do we do normally in the streams. But let's do the stickers and let's finish this. So now, the way that I would do the next step, when you have created all your set of stickers, I like to, for example, in this planner sword, to create like loads of them, even smaller. You can create like some pins or some even clips or just little details that you can use. And they're normally quite cute. But now, look, I have here, just forget this that I have at the top, okay? The top ones, this one, they're the one that I did before for me. But look, I'm gonna create all the layers, okay? And make them in a group. This one, forget them as well. They're my previous stickers that I was like trying it out before. I'm gonna just like make it here. But when you have all of them together in the same group, you see, I'm gonna call it like new stickers. And look, I'm going to duplicate them, all right? That's key. And now flatten them. And you will see that all the stickers, they are in the same layer. Because, oh, I know what happened. Because I have like the same, some of my stickers, they are like overlapping, okay, like the layers. So they're like a same. But what I'm gonna do, it is just, for example, these washi tapes. I'm gonna just put them out because I'm not gonna use them now, okay? I'm gonna duplicate. And I'm going to flatten them, okay? Those ones I'm gonna just delete them for now because I don't need them. I'm gonna just create, imagine that's my pack of stickers. When I have flattened them, okay, I'm gonna select and make sure that it is alpha lock. You see, it is the tick. Now I'm gonna paint them gray or black or any color that you want. That's gonna be the shadow, okay? And look, just make sure that you unselect alpha lock. You can lower the opacity and move the layer underneath the new stickers. And just the same. Now, when you move them around, you can see a little shadow. If you like it, you can add it. If you don't like it, just avoid the shadow. Also the shadow, put the gray, but it doesn't have to be like that. You can make it any color that you like. Lower a little bit the opacity. I'm gonna, drawing guide, I'm gonna just unselect it for now because we don't need it. And that's gonna be the pack of stickers. How do you print them after? Oh, printing is slightly different, okay? Let me explain to you why. Now, what you can do, it is the background, we're gonna select it. And that's for the stickers, we need to export them, okay? But normally the stickers, when you are like printing them or anything, it is much easier when they have like a background, okay? Then normally this background is gonna help you like to cut them or to everything. I think also like they look quite cute. It just depends. You can export them like this if you want. And the way that it would be is just go to the gallery, you go to share, okay? And look, you need to export them normally in PNG. And I say normally, okay? Because when you print the stickers, it all depends of your printer. It's depending how your printer, what the normally files they allow you to print, but normally the PNG, that is the file that allow you to not have any background. So if you're gonna print them, this is like the normally the file that you're looking for. Also, if you're using these stickers, imagine for any documents like a PDF, to add it to a PDF, to add it to a Word document, or even as a sticker in Instagram, PNG, it is like a very good like file for that because it doesn't have any background. If you get JPG, okay, JPEG, it normally is, even though if you save it like this without background, it's gonna create automatically a background, okay? So it is important that you use PNG. That's the key. Then the stickers to print them, it is very different depending of the printer. Like normally, like you just have to buy the sticker paper. The sticker paper, depending on the quality, is more expensive or less expensive. And then usually you put it in the printer and then you print it and then you can just cut it out. However, there is now very fancy printers. I am absolutely amazed with that. Like I've seen a lot of people like in Instagram like doing this, and it just blew my mind like how clever they are, these printers. That they're cutting printers, okay? And you have like a file. I don't have one, so I cannot exactly tell you how they do it because I don't have the printer, but normally they have like a like the information, the structure with the printer that I show you. But basically you just put the file that you have the stickers, like for example this, and it just cuts it automatically, and it's absolutely stunning. It's amazing. Digital note takers skip the printing part. That's true. Well, just in case anyone wants to do it, but yeah, just like a PNG, it is the key. Just like save it like that, and it's absolutely fine. If you want to save them, like obviously I made them all together, but if you want to use them just one at a time, just do a sticker in each file, and that's fine. That's true. If you want to create a border very quickly, that's the last thing to do. It is, look, I have my shadow. I'm gonna put the background so you see. But I have my shadow, I have my sticker here, and now the same. I'm gonna make another group all together, and I'm gonna call again new stickers with shadow, okay? Okay, I'm gonna remove the background and look, same as before, duplicate and flatten. And now alpha lock and paint it the color that you want to create your border. I'm gonna make maybe I'm gonna make white, okay? And I'm gonna put it at the bottom. Now look, I'm gonna unselect alpha lock, okay? And there is a few ways to do that. The way that I like it is, go to adjustment, go to Gaussian blur, layer, and look, in Gaussian blur, it's just blurring that white layer that we have made. So just very slightly, I'm gonna make maybe 2%, okay? Even a smaller 2%, like blur, very slight. And I'm gonna go back to the layer. And now we're gonna duplicate this layer and merge until the border appears. Look, you see? We're creating a border. Obviously my border, it is very thin. And also we are gonna have to go through to just to make it neater. But you see how it's like appearing? You can see like sometimes when you paint in the brush, in the stickers and everything, you can see that the paint drops. So it's very good as well to remove all of this. But there we go. We have a border, and now I'm gonna just make sure that it looks perfect, the border, because it gets a little bit pixelated, but that's fine because now let's go through and just making sure that everything is very neat. Oopsie. Normally look very pixelated here, but like obviously because I'm zooming in so much, then normally you cannot see that much this. Oh, you can do it another way. Just click in the section and use the color. That's the other way that I also like, the other way to do it, like when you're pinching everything and then you feather, and it's exactly the same. I just like Gaussian blur because it's just like I found it quicker. You're speaking Kraftora language, Hams? I am Grace from Kraftora, by the way. Oh, I didn't know that you were Grace on Calm Gracious. Oh. Okay, so just making all the borders neat. I'm just revising everything. Also my border, it is like very thin, but you can make it as thick as you want, you know? So I have this already. There we go. We have our stickers done. There we go. If you're coming from Kraftora Discord server, like please just like go to the Discord server, and where it says share your art, you can share it there, okay?